Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
What's happening, Facebook? What's going on? Man, I haven't talked to y'all in like forever. Let me just start off by saying, hopefully you guys are having a phenomenal day. Hopefully your kids got safe to school. Hopefully you guys are avoiding the second variant. And what's happening, Mr. Frank Ross, the first to comment. Shout out to him being the first to comment. And I got some really awesome stuff to share with you guys today. But before I jump into that, just comment if you are watching this live or if you're watching this on replay. And most people are asking the question, and Tammy actually beat me to it. I was about to say it. Tammy says, I was just going to say, where have you been? Okay. I'm going to tell you guys where I've been, what I've been up to. Some of you guys have kind of seen me in our group trainings, but you haven't seen me visible online. I'm going to explain to you why. Then I'm going to talk about why I shut one of my businesses down that was making over probably $250K a year to do what I'm doing now. So we're going to talk about that. Let's get some comments in. Karen, this is fantastic. All the way from Trinidad and Tobago. What's happening, Miss Anderson? That's why I love to see that. I'm on a galaxy far, far away. That's so awesome, D. Jim, the galaxy far, far away. What's up, Miss Anderson? She is rocking and rolling from Trinidad. Love the Trinidad. All right. And Nathaniel, how you doing, bro? Man, what's going on, man? Glad you're on this stream, and a long time no see, but you've been an awesome guy. He's on here live. So let's jump into quite a few things here. Now, you probably saw my post that I made where I got some ridiculous income or some ridiculous money. We're going to talk about that. So don't worry about it. And he is chiming in from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Nathaniel's actually a very astute businessman. So I definitely, everyone here is pretty awesome. So definitely follow him. So, hey, shout out to Nathaniel, Carol, Jim, Tammy, and Frank for commenting first. You guys are awesome. Let me give you guys we don't have an awesome button. Let me just give you guys a money sign. May you make triple commissions, whatever you do. And we got David Forney watching live. How you doing, boss? David's actually been doing phenomenal in our group where we're marketing. So let me just kind of jump into it. So where have I been? Well, I'm going to tell you a real, and as my phone rings, I'm going to tell you where I've been and why have I not been posting online. All right. So first of all, I decided to take a vacation. I don't care how good you are or how much you do marketing. You need some type of mental break. You need to take a small break and just gather yourself or take a break away from what you're doing. I actually did that. And then once I took my vacation, and Nathaniel says, yeah, you're awesome too, man. David's doing well. But once I took my vacation, I came back, and as you guys know, I do run, restaurants, and I run a funeral home. As you guys know, I've been short of staff lately, not just for those businesses, but for a lot of my consulting businesses. So by me being short of staff, I had a shortness of staff, but an increase in business. A lot of times when that happens, then I have to take my butt offline and start handling my business offline. So that happened. And then I actually made a move that many people thought would probably be one of the most outrageous moves anyone can ever make. And me and my father talked about it. So for the last 30 years, we've owned a funeral home, right? We've owned a funeral home that has done tremendous business. And we saw something that was so powerful that we closed our funeral home because, number one, it was too much of, it made great money, but it was a lot, right? It was a lot to operated, especially with people, dying and everything, and people, we're seeing different people. And I can tell you this, for me being in the funeral home business, only funeral home business, I can tell you this from my experience: 50% of people who lose a loved one in a funeral home, they don't have any type of life insurance. They don't have any type of anything, and they have to come out of their pocket. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. So that's why you see so many GoFundMe's. So I've never been able to solve that problem other than to bring partners in to offer life insurance. But life insurance is expensive for a lot of people. A lot of people will just forego it, or they'll cancel it because it's only for them, right? And you only get the money from the insurance company, right? A lot of people cancel. They don't keep it because the cost per person is relatively high. It's not like you can add another person to your life insurance for free. It's not like you can add a ton of people for free. So even though the business is great, we were short of help, and it was a very demanding business. So we found something. We're going to keep it going, but we found something that allowed us to keep the funeral home, the building, but do something else that opened up a lot of time for my father and I, and a lot of stress. And that is why I made that picture or that post. If you didn't see, I'm going to bring it up here and share it with you. A lot of people, you may be attracted by this picture that I put up here, and I'm going to explain this to you in a little bit. And if you want more information, I'm going to give you a way to come and get it. Now, again, this is not something that is multi-level marketing. I'm going to say this. This is not something that's something you've been in before, like a crypto business, or this is far different. This is a actual career that people can do. And I've seen people fail at so many other things, and they come here and make $20,000 the first month. No lie. Everyone and I've kept this to myself. I could have told you guys about it, but I'm like, no, I don't want to, I know people going to school, but I wanted to do something this myself, and I wanted to see the environment. I want to see what's happening myself. And the average person who I have seen is earning no less than $5,000 a month. That's on our team. The whole team is $5,000 a month. And you'll see why it's easy to do it, because the commission is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I've never seen it that high. And the product is crazy. So let me just kind of show you what I'm referring to in case you watch this on Facebook. So I posted some picture like not too long ago. I'm going to go and show it to you. I posted this. Let me go and share my screen here so you can see it. Share screen. So I posted this right here, right? Showing my sales, my monthly balance. That's over $3,600. And honestly, that's just that's really within a day. So that's just within the day. But previous month was even higher. It was around 15K. So it's been crazy. It's been phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you why this is something that I haven't had a person say no to yet. And so the reason why people are not saying no is because it's so good, the benefits, you won't even believe it. Calvin called me too. Yeah, I was live, bro. Appreciate you calling. But let me just kind of share a flyer with you. You mind if I share a flyer with you? And I want you guys to look at the flyer and tell me if you've ever seen anything like this before. You probably have, but I'm going to post a flyer. I want you to see. I've only used this flyer so far. I've been doing this offline. I have not done anything online. I'm going to start to, because I realize that I'm depriving people of an opportunity. And one thing I don't want to do is deprive anybody of an opportunity to decide. And by me not sharing this, and I've been involved in this for at least a month, by me not sharing this, I probably have cost you income, because a lot of people look at me for opportunities. So I decided I am going to share it. I'm going to launch it the correct way, but I didn't want to share it at first because I know a lot of people may not be offline business people like I am. They might not be offline savvy. So meaning that knowing how to post offline, and I've gotten a lot of offline business. And again, I have not gotten any customers for this online. This has been so great that my neighbors have flocked to do this. I mean, everyone, I haven't had nobody say no. It's crazy. Like, I haven't had anybody say, nah, I'll think about it. I've had people that just lost sleep. They've seen it. They've been like, can you show me now? Can you show me now? I'm like, it's always been, and I was so reluctant to post this online because I know I get overwhelmed. But at the same time, I know you guys have a market, and your particular market, whether it be your personal market, whether it be your market on Facebook, or whether it be your audience, you'll be doing them a disservice by not showing them this. And let me just kind of post a flyer here really quick, and I'll share with you why, and then you'll see. Let me see if I have it. Did I email to myself? Hopefully I did. I probably didn't. Give me 1 second. Let me email this flyer to myself. Let me download it from my other computer so I can send it over here, and you guys can see it. I should be all well prepared. But many people will probably sleep on this. Like, I slept on it the first time somebody showed me. I was like, I ain't doing this. I don't have time for it. And that was a stupid mistake, because I'm probably cost myself $20K by doing that easily. So let me share the flyer that I made specifically that I've been using, and you guys will see it. All right, there we go. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share it. Here is what I have been sharing with people, and this is how I've been able to earn the amount of money I earn. And don't worry, I got fun. I'm going to automate this whole thing. I want to be doing everything. So if you guys do want to partner in this, if it's something that you find appealing, don't worry. You know how I do. I'm going to be running presentations. I'm going to be providing I'm going to be providing everything. So you don't have to worry about anything, even leads. So, and some of your biggest marketers, you don't know, they haven't launched this yet, but some of your biggest marketers online are really just getting into this, and they're going crazy. So let me share this with you. Here we go. So here's my flyer. You can't afford to die. You need this. Assurance Life Plans covers 100% of funeral costs for family, friends. Buy one plan yourself, and we'll cover any 6 people you choose at no additional cost. It includes grandparents, nieces, roommates, friends, non-citizens. Covers Latin America, United States, and Caribbean. What's included? Yeah, this says Caribbean too. It covers the Caribbean. What's included? Funeral planning covers basic funeral expenses, cremation, urn, casket, hearse, airline tickets to attend the funeral of a lost loved one. So if you need to fly to the home state that person is in, then you can. Then it also transfers remains to home state or country. Now, this doesn't look like much by itself, but if you saw this, I want to know how many people have seen anything like this before. Basically, for less than probably $2.50 a day, I could not only cover myself of all my funeral costs, but I can pick any 7 people. I can pick one of you guys online that don't have any insurance. I can add you to this, and if something were to happen to you, your funeral will be 100% covered. You wouldn't have to pay me anything. It's included in my plan. So let me repeat that. This allows you, and this is, let me just tell you why it's so great. This does not require a license. This is not even insurance. Thing about it is, insurance companies won't say, hey, go add 7 people and we'll cover them. No, you got to pay for every person you add. This plan says this. Let me repeat. Let me tell you why people haven't slept. I'm not even talking about the money. There are people right now that have GoFundMes because they cannot bury their loved one. There are people right now who are struggling to pay insurance, insurance, well, not insurance, but who are struggling to pay funeral costs. As a matter of fact, I see this every day in the funeral home. And trust me, we can't even, we want to be helpful, but it's like we can't even do anything about it. And it's like most people don't even have the money. So like most people can't even afford to die. You got COVID at a rampant thing. Unfortunately, there's 2 things that are guaranteed in life. It's death and it's taxes. And one of those things, you literally can be involved in without any type of additional licensing, unless it's taxes being, you can do your taxes all day. But when it comes down to passing away, a lot of people don't know that whatever happens, the bill is left to your loved ones. So most people are not covered and they're dying unexpectedly. And some people will say, oh, I'm going to let my life insurance lapse. Okay, no one will know. Nothing will happen to me. And it does. And now your family is in financial ruin because of a funeral. Well, this is what this does. For like $75, I have a plan. I can add any 7 people I want. So I can add my mother, my brother, my sister, my son, my cousin. I can add anybody. I can add people I don't know. I don't know you. If you put your name right here, I can just decide to randomly add one of you guys. Just never know. But I can add any 7 people I want. And if anything happens to you, your funeral costs are 100% covered. If you are on vacation and something happens to you on vacation, I don't know if people know this, but in order to fly your remains over, you have to pay money out for that, right? And insurance companies, they don't cover funerals. Let me repeat. I'm in the funeral home business. Insurance companies simply pay you a check. They pay people. They don't cover stuff. They don't know the cost of funeral. So in most cases, some people may get $100,000 policy and they think, oh, I'm so good, because I got the policy. And if anything happens, I'll be great. But then what happens if you get a terminal illness, right? And you have medical bills that pile on. And then let's say your medical bills are $80,000 and your insurance don't cover everything. So now your life insurance will cover any additional medical bills plus pay for the funeral, but that doesn't leave any costs or any money for your family to enjoy or to use for bills because you as a provider have left the earth. So what this does is even if you do have life insurance, the life insurance money goes 100% to your beneficiary. They don't have to use any of that for funeral, and all of your funeral costs are covered. They will plan it. They will cover urns. They will cover everything, the flight, and even if you have to fly across, it's great. And you can have 7 individuals on it. Now, here's what the game changer is for me. I know a lot of people in this country who are not citizens. They can't get life insurance. They can't get anything. Well, this plan covers non-citizens, Latin America, Caribbean, and US. All they require is a date of birth and an address. That's it. If you got a date of birth and address, you can be added to this plan. And if anything happens to you, your funeral costs are 100% paid for. Your family doesn't have to come out of pocket. Now, I'm not a life insurance person. I never wanted to sell life insurance, but I mean, it's just something I never wanted to do. But this, I don't have to be licensed for. And it's something that people need. How many people right now can think of 7 people that you may know that may be struggling, right? And if anything happens to them, no one's going to cover the cost. So let's say if I only need to cover my wife, my son, and my parents already have it on their own policy, but let's say I cover my wife and my son, right? And I got 5 more people I can cover. So I may go and ask my best friend, hey, who got laid off? Hey, man, you have any life insurance? Man, I don't. I can't afford it. Well, look, I'm going to add you to this plan. So if anything happens to you, then we won't burden your family with any funeral costs. It'll be 100% taken care of. Well, how much does I owe you? Nothing, man. I can just add you, right? So I can add a friend. I can add an employee. And who would love this? Churches would love this. Oh my God, churches are eating it up. I'm literally selling this plan to funeral homes. Like it's literally no one that's saying no. So you can offer this commercially. You can offer this like to as many people as possible. And again, I don't want to pull up the presentation here, but I do have a presentation tonight at 9 that tells you all the exclusions. When you hear like the ease of use of this thing, you're not going to believe it. But let me answer some questions here. There's 8 of us in my family, me, my wife, and 6 kiddos. So you could cover you and any 6 people, then you have to get another policy, but then it gives you 12. So 2 of them, person that's not covered, they can get another policy, and you can have 2 policies will cover literally 14 people. 2 policies, I mean, not policies. Let me not say policy because it's not insurance. This is a funeral benefit. So it only covers the cost of funeral. So it's not going to pay you out money or anything like that. It will cover any type of funeral cost. The average funeral cost is about $10,000. So if you look at this thing, it's literally $70,000 of coverage for funerals for 7 individuals, whether it's a person in your family or not. So if you have more than 7 people, then one person could get, like, let's say your wife could get a plan and you can get a plan. And let's say you add, if your wife has a plan, you don't need to add her. You can add any 7 people. Your wife can add any 7 people. And again, it's $75 a month, which basically goes around roughly $10.50 a person. But again, people don't have to pay. It's only, it's really only one person that pays, or you can pay for the year and save $100. So I got this plan, and I've only added 2 people. So that's my wife, my son. I can go back and add 5 more. So I'm going to, run into some people who may be, down on the luck or financially not able to pay for funeral. And I'll just add them because it doesn't cost me anything. And I don't have anybody else left to add. Or I may just add, a relative or something. So either way, it's cool. And then great thing about it is if you're the policy holder, or not the policy holder, let me stop using policy. If you are the plan holder, if anything happens to anyone on that plan, that gives you an extra slot, you can actually replace another person. So let's say if I have a friend of mine on there and I have all 7 people, my friend passes away, they will pay 100% for his entire funeral costs, and I can pick another friend to add. And then that person is on there and they'll pay for that funeral cost as well. So it's really, really stupid easy. It's crazy. Now, with that said, let's talk about the money. So every time I sell a $75 plan, right, they pay out $324 in commissions. Let me repeat, $324 in commissions, and it goes from $324 up to over $700 for one plan. So you have to see the entire comp plan. I really don't want to talk about it here. It's not the right place, not the right time. I do want to do you the service of bring you to professional presenters who we have. So tonight, if you're interested, at 9 o'clock, I can actually invite you to a soft launch. I haven't launched this big, but I am actually working on a lot of stuff. So you guys, whoever joins me online, can have material, because you're going to need to get this out. You probably already think in your mind, man, I just know my cousin just had to do a GoFundMe last week, or you're seeing all these people with GoFundMes and they don't even know nothing like this exists. Then you got to think, the Hispanic community, how many people are Hispanic that are in this country that cannot get life insurance? They can't get any of that stuff. They got to pay out of pocket for burials. Well, guess what? No more. If you know anyone that is a non-citizen that can't get life insurance, they can get this. A Hispanic person who maybe is here with other Hispanic people that are not legal, or any type of person, not even Hispanic, but any type of person that is here in the United States and your home is here, they can actually get a policy. So one person can get a policy and cover 6 additional people. So I can't wait to launch this out to the Latin American and community. If you are Latin America, you're about to be rich. So anyone that speaks Spanish, that knows Spanish speaking people, literally you're going to, those individuals who speak Spanish, who know Spanish people, they're literally just making 20 to 30K a month in this, because of so many people that can reach out. They know so many people that just can't even afford an insurance policy. They know so many people that, have relatives that pass and they can't even afford to have the remains flown back here. This company covers the removal of remains. So if your home country is the United States and someone on your plan passes away in Europe, they will pay for the remains to be flown back here. Right? Awesome. So that's absolutely crazy. So this is really amazing. And cool thing is, you do not need a license to sell. People are like, oh, no, you don't need a license at all. Because I don't have a license. I don't have a license to sell insurance. And this is not insurance. This is better than burial plans, because again, it's any 7 people. And I know I showed the money first, but I want you guys to know that this does pay really well. Again, I shut down an entire funeral home, and if you have an office, this company will pay you up to $3,000 a month just to have an office to do this out of. So they will pay you $3,000 for an office if you open an office. So I'm like, funeral home where I have to go and deal with people that don't have policies and chase down insurance policies and see if they're great, or closed funeral home, not worry about employees, not worry about headaches. Do this, have funeral home into an office where people can actually sit down and get a policy, and get some type of coverage, so that they can have their family members covered. And I do them more of a service than just offering a funeral. So someone can come in my office who and again, they fill out a form, we put them in the system, they get all their information, and they're good to go. And so, again, 7 people, 100% of all your funeral costs are taken care of, and you don't have to worry about it. If you have life insurance, that life insurance money goes to your beneficiary. You don't need any of that money for funeral. So again, if a funeral costs $10,000 and you have life insurance and you have this, then guess what? That's $10,000 that your beneficiaries get to keep in their pocket, because they don't have to pay for this. This will cover the funeral costs for 7 people. Any 7 people. Well, Melvin, what about my friend? Covered. Well, Melvin, What about my enemy? Covered. Well, Melvin, what if I want to do put my wife on here, my ex-wife on here? They're covered as long as they are in a covered territory, which is the United States, Latin America, and the Caribbean. They can be added. This is a stupid easy thing. So I can say this. It is completely wide open online. I haven't even done anything online because I wanted to share it with you guys first. And we are going to do an online thing. And we already have a community. We have training. We have everything else. It's really easy. And again, I'm going to say around $300 and something per sale. And you can get up to almost over $900 per sale. If it took you 2 hours to help 2 people get a plan, that's $600. Oh, no, I'm sorry. If it took you 1 hour to help 2 people, that's $600. That's over $600. So I don't know anyone that's earning $600 an hour, but this is really easy. And as a matter of fact, the flyer does all the work. So I get calls back and forth, and I had to put my phone on silent because I have people calling me now. But I mean, this is a thing here. I mean, you know, it's nothing wrong with cryptocurrency deals. There's nothing wrong with a lot of deals out here, but a lot of deals out here are not going to pay for people's funerals. And right now we have a crisis in America. People cannot afford to die. They can't afford to die. Think how many people lost their job, and think how many people can't even pay the cost for insurance, right? So this is a great alternative because let's say if I lost my job, but my buddy has 7 slots on his life plan, and he can add me. I don't have to pay anything. If I do want to pay my buddy, I pay $10 a month, and my funeral costs are covered. This way, I don't leave the burden of funeral with my wife or anything like that. So there's a lot of people that could use this. And again, it is completely wide open. And the sad thing is, a lot of people will watch this video and they'll say, I ain't looking at this. I'm not gonna give it a second thought. But then you're gonna see a person throw up a GoFundMe, and you're gonna think like, wow, I could have probably offered that person this, or I probably could have added that person who I know to my plan for absolutely no money, right? So let me read some of the comments here. More info, Steve. You got it, bro. And again, we're gonna have a presentation at 9 o'clock tonight that's gonna go over all the finite details. This is actually better than what I'm explaining. I'm not even doing any justice. I'm just giving you cliff notes. This is better than what I'm explaining because when you hear all the benefits of this, you're gonna be like, man, I need this for myself. Think about how many businesses have employees that don't have any type of life insurance. You know, couldn't a business owner or a small business owner buy this plan and put their employees on it? They sure can. Couldn't people in your church who don't have any type of any type of coverage, couldn't they buy this and put people on it? They sure can. Couldn't funeral homes offer this? They sure can. How many funeral homes do you know in your area? And again, I decided not to even do the funeral home in business anymore because this is paying me more. But how many funeral homes are in your area and they have people that are walking there all day, but they can't sell life insurance because they don't want to go through all the license stuff? Well, they can offer this plan to people who come in there and they cannot afford to pay for funerals, right? And you got to think this company pays the funeral homes on your behalf already, and they even arrange the funeral. So if anything would happen to like anyone on my policy, let's say my dad or whatever, while I'm grieving, I might not be in the right mind frame to try to plan everything. Well, they do all the planning and everything is paid and taken care of. So the funeral arrangements are just 100% taken care of. I don't have to do anything, other than, just make sure there's decency. And again, that's the thing about it. You want to make sure that you are having the ability to give people the decency they deserve to be laid to rest properly. Because there's a lot of people who can't even do that right now. They got to go, either with or they can't even honor the last wishes of their family. They got to go, and this does cover cremations as well. And so I do have a site and that I'm working on, and I have some different things. But what I'm going to do is I am going to put a link in here. And if you want more information, you can register in this link. So let me add this link here. Here's what I know most of you want information. So here's where you can go. This is, if you go to lifeplansnow.site, then you can get on my list. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to send you the Zoom information for 9 o'clock tonight. So again, go here and I'm going to text over. If you add your number, I will text you over the Zoom information. As a matter of fact, let me do a let me make sure this this link that I have up here has the ability to like your phone number so you can text. So yeah, if you go to Life Plans, what I'll do is we'll email you and we'll text you over a Zoom link. So this way you can attend the Zoom tonight. And if you like what you hear, it's very easy to get started. We have training, we have materials, and this is great offline. There's some people who say, man, I really suck online, right? I can't really advertise anything online. Well, the offline people are tearing this business up. There's some people who are not even online. If you look at their Facebook profile, it looks like ghost town. You're like, oh man, this person probably doesn't do anything online. But those people are actually tearing this business apart. They're ripping off 8 to 10 grand a week doing this thing because it's a very easy thing. Like, who's going to say no to free, right? Literally free. So if I get one policy, I can add 6 people additionally for free. You got to think about how many people come over in this country. They've established themselves. They have family members that come over. And if that person can't be added to their life insurance policy because they're a non-citizen, so they have a dilemma. Like, man, I can't even, my brother's not a citizen, so I can't get a life insurance policy for him because he's not a citizen. Or I got to or he has to take an exam, or he has to go through all these hoops to be added to a life insurance policy. I can't do anything. So I got to pay for his funeral out of pocket. I can't tell you how many times I've had individuals who have walked in our funeral home that were non-citizen. They had to pay out a whole lot of money to be buried. They had to pay out thousands and thousands of dollars to be buried. Had we had this back then, those people would have had to pay nothing, zero, zilch, nada. They would have had paid nothing. They would have been able to add 7. I'm sorry, they would have been able to, you can even be a non-citizen and get the plan. So if you want to get the plan and you're not even a citizen of the United States, if you're in Latin America, if you're in the Caribbean, you could get this plan. All they need is a date of birth, and then you can go to your country. If you're in Latin America, you can add 7 people in Latin America and all the funerals are covered. You can add 7 people in the Caribbean, all the funerals are covered. You can add 7 people in the United States. Doesn't matter if they're a non-citizen, doesn't matter what they are, doesn't matter if they're criminal, doesn't matter. And they can all be added. And so this is a game changer. It's never been done. And so again, I'm using my life insurance. That life insurance is going to give my wife money, right? But me, if anything happens to me, then my funeral costs are already taken care of, and they even get the death certificate. They get everything. They handle the death certificate. They handle all of it. So there's no burden to you, and you can give your family a decent memorial, right? So no more GoFundMe's. All right, I've seen too many of those, and it's been dumb. All right, and so Joseph, I'm glad he commented. So Joseph, and let me put up the comments. Joseph Marks is a life insurance broker. So that's great, because if you're a life insurance broker, yeah, you can still sell life insurance, but then again, you're going to have people that say, well, what about 7 members of my family? I can't cover them. Well, to add 7 people on life insurance policies would be expensive. Well, they get this plan, and all they want to do is cover basic funeral costs. They can get this plan, and again, they can cover themselves and 6 more people for $75. So you can offer this along with your life insurance policy, because this is not life insurance. This is only a death benefit that covers funeral expenses. You can actually offer both and expand your offerings, because I'm sure that there are restrictions of who you can and can't offer life insurance to. Well, this will fill in the gaps, and you'll be able to make any money that you're losing right now by not being able to have a full offering for everyone. And so this is great. So, I mean, again, if you're in a life insurance business, and you've never seen anything like this before, and again, I got life insurance agents who have flocked to this. As a matter of fact, I got life insurance agents who have made more money in this than they did selling their life insurance. They still offer the life insurance. But then if a person says, man, I got to cover, a family member that is in, Latin America. Well, your life insurance ain't going to do that. Well, this company will. They'll cover that family member that's in Latin America. They'll cover that family member that's in Mexico. So if I have a cousin in Mexico, but I'm a citizen here, I can't go get life insurance and say, hey, I want to cover my cousin who lives in Mexico. Life insurance is going to be like, no beans. Well, this company, hey, add them. It's just very easy. You can add, you can add any 7 people, friends, enemies, cousins, nieces, grandparents. I mean, mean, there are some exclusions to the age part, but I think you can add them all the way up to you can have a policy if you're, I think, 65. I think up to 65. You can add people all the way up to, I believe it's 80. You can add an 80-year-old to have them covered. I believe so. I have to look at it again. But yeah, you can add people that are senior citizens that just can't afford the life insurance. Or if you want the life insurance money, in case they pass, if you want to use that money to go completely to, something else, you can add them on this plan and have the funeral covered, and that life insurance check goes to you as a beneficiary. So another smart way to do it. So let me do this. Let me put this link here. I posted on Facebook here, if it will add it to Facebook. I posted on YouTube. So and Facebook. So in the comments, if you click on that link, you can actually get on the list. And then once you're on the list, we're going to have a Zoom tonight at 9 p.m. And feel free to attend it. It will give you 100% information. And again, this is really this hasn't really launched online. So you guys are in this first. You're going to have, you guys that are in this first, you're literally going to have like a wide open, you're going to have a blue ocean of opportunity. Like there's nothing in your way because it's so new. So a lot of people haven't heard of this yet. I mean, they're starting to, but if you're doing this for the first time, it's a blue ocean of opportunity. There will be nothing in your way. You'll be able to, because you'll even earn money from building an organization too. So you need to see the money side. I don't want to talk about the money side because I believe the service has to be good enough. Has to be good enough that people want it, even if they don't make any money off of it. And again, people want this, but the money is stupid ridiculous. It's just crazy. Again, anytime we close a $250,000 business to do this full time, it says something. People think, hell, he's crazy. No, I believe that this will pay 3 times as much as owning a funeral home. 3 times as much. Because it's just stupid, right? Because again, the only time you make money in funeral homes if people die, right? So me owning a funeral home, I got to wait till somebody to die to make money, right? I mean, I hate to say it that way, but that's the only time you make money. But in this, you earn money while people are alive. Because here's the thing. Either you get this plan, because people that don't have any type of funeral coverage know they don't have any type of funeral coverage. And people know that if they don't do something about it, they're going to be serious consequences, meaning that they're going to leave. If anything happens to them, they're going to leave a huge burden to their kids, to their family. And I've seen people go broke trying to pay for funerals. So this eliminates that. No more GoFundMes. No more of this asking family members to help cover funeral costs. None of that. It all dies here with this amazing plan. So again, we're going to have a presentation tonight, and I will be sending it out to anyone that's on that list. And just show up tonight. And then if you're a guest of mine, we're going to have other people on here. But tonight, you're going to see a lot of professional business people on here. It's not going to be a typical Zoom. This Zoom is going to be professional people who have like tons of commercial clients. So it's going to be awesome. You're going to see a lot of these people on here are earning 6 figures to $1 million already in other businesses. And they see this as a huge opportunity. So you're going to see some old school business people on this joint. I mean, I'm talking about people that got Rolodexes that don't mind going out, because this is one of those things where it is a career opportunity. It's just, you can actually go into a commercial building. You can offer this to employees. You can offer this to people, to businesses. And so you now have 2 ways you can do this. You can do this on a retail side. You can also do this on a commercial side. Either way, again, you don't need a license to do it. So it's not like you have to go to a whole licensing thing. You just get this thing, you get yourself set up, and you offer it. We have some flyers and things. And again, this company is wide open. So you'll see the name of it tonight. Many of you know it, but you'll see it tonight, and your mind will be blown. Trust me. If you come tonight, you're not going to get any sleep. So I would advise you to go to sleep now, then come to the presentation later. So if you don't get any sleep, then you won't be sleep deprived, because you will be when you see the compensation plan. The compensation plan is just stupid. Like, it's stupid. I'm like sitting here like, oh my God, this might be the most lucrative thing on a unit basis I've done. Probably the most lucrative thing on a unit basis I've done. I mean, I have the potential to earn up to $700 for one sale. And there are no chargebacks either. What? Yeah. insurance people, you got to get chargebacks. There are no chargebacks. Someone can get the plan, they cancel. You don't get a chargeback. You keep all your money. And now that's ridiculous. They can get a plan. They can, now they wouldn't want to cancel. They can get a plan, they can cancel, and you keep all your moolah. Yeah. $700. If you're not making $700 per sale, you need to check this out. So you're going to see this thing tonight in all its glory. And take notes, folks. Ask questions. I mean, this is a very serious thing. It's not like a crypto deal. Take notes, understand, and there is training. So and I love this because I don't want people going out there and ruin. And honestly, this is me saying this. And no offense to anyone, I don't want people coming, and that's why I haven't shared it online yet. I don't want like some 22-year-old kid coming out here that's just looking for the money part and not really helping families, because you have to know, the exclusions and everything. And again, it's not that many restrictions, but you need to understand, how the policy works, and they have training. So before you can even offer it, they do make you go through a small training. It's about maybe 10 minutes long. And you go through a small training so you understand what this does. Because if you don't explain it to people, then they're going to miss the big picture. And a family that you could have helped will go unhelped because we didn't explain it correctly. So make sure you come here and you take notes. This is one of the most powerful things I've ever seen in my entire life, because we are in a crisis right now where, people are, unfortunately, people are dying. And unfortunately, people are, I think like 40% of people who live in the United States don't have any life insurance, don't have any basic coverings, and they're going to have to pay for funeral costs out of their pocket. This will prevent this. This will save a lot of families, right? It'll save a lot of families, a lot of people. I mean, again, the fact that, and I can't say this enough, the fact that you can add any 7 people is ridiculous. So you're going to have people, who are friends, adding their friends, you're going to have a combination of 7 different people. So this is phenomenal. So I can't wait to share this. So let me pull up some comments and see who will respond to them. How you doing, Persilita? Doing great. What's up, Carl Scott? How you doing? I was definitely seeing some more info, my friend. Jim, I used to sell life insurance in the same. Yep, trust me, like I never wanted to sell life insurance. But now life insurance is a good thing, but life insurance is a lot of, it's a lot of little exclusions, but this is like a whole blanket. It covers things that life insurance won't. So you're going to have a lot of people who might not have wanted life insurance back then, but they're going to use this because even if they are covered, they can actually cover individuals that their life insurance won't cover for them. Yes, ma'am, you got it. You're in the Caribbean, I believe, Carol. Yeah, you got it, J Red, you got it. Joseph Monk. Yep. Joseph, I think you'll like this. Yes, sir. I will see you there. All right. Miss Tammy, I think you definitely want to check this out. It's something I think that you can use long term. So folks, with that said, I will see you guys tonight at 9:00. I will be get on the list now, because I will send the Zoom link out probably to everyone that's on the list. I'll text it to you. I'll send the Zoom link out really soon, and you can come to a Zoom tonight and see this firsthand. This will be crazy. So again, my first time sharing it online, and you'll love it. What's up, Mr. C.Y. Tongi? So you guys will see this online. I'll send the Zoom link out. You definitely want to hop on this, because trust me, have you ever pushed a snowball down a hill? It starts off really small, and then as it goes down the hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But this is what this is, right? You guys got the snowball. It's like this small, but trust me, once you roll it down that hill, you're going to be seeing people who are like, man, give me a piece of that policy. Give me this, give me that. So, I haven't seen a person who has looked at this like in its full intention. I've not had one person say, no, I'm not interested. I've had people say, man, it's like the presentation that we're 10 minutes into it. I had people asking to get signed up already. So, that's how crazy it is. So, yep, get on the list. I will send it over, and I will text it as well too. So, I'll see you guys tonight, and thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate you, Dean, Tammy, CY, Carl. I appreciate seeing you guys, and I am going to be more visible online. And shame on me for not sharing this sooner and making all that myself for you. So now you guys got it, and I think you guys will see it. So again, how you can see this is go to lifeplans.now.site. There's a little form. Submit your name, number, and email. This way I can send you out the Zoom link, and we'll rock and roll. So with that said, folks, thank you for listening to me. And it's so good to be back on here. And you guys are awesome. And I will definitely make sure I send out. If you're watching this on replay, just click the link above or below. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link above or below. Just put in your information. This allows me to send you to the Zoom, and we'll rock and roll from there. All right, folks, with that said, appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys tonight.